What point, and cast your mind back, did you think you could make a living at it? Where you were, it was probably the same point that you just mentioned, where okay, I've got to go do this, and I'm going to make enough money to pay the rent.
Well, like I think we didn't think it was possible. Actually, we just thought, well, let's hope we get to go do something fun. We get to do some shows or touring or do some more albums. But at the time, there weren't really a lot of big death metal bands. There weren't these bands for us to look up to and say, wow, we want that career. Death was bigger than us, Morbid Angel, Napalm Death. There were a few that were already out there touring before we were, but they weren't, touring arenas or anything. They were doing clubs, and we weren't really sure like what kind of living that was making for them. It was all underground. Like the ceiling was really low at that time. And so we didn't know. And I remember when we got the offer from Metallize booking agency in Belgium, they offered to bring us over for the first tour. It was going to be us and this band Loud Blast from France. Mm-hmm. And they offered us the tour, and at the end it was like, well, we're going to get paid. I'm like, so wait a minute, what's the catch? We're going to Europe to play shows and we're going to get paid? I couldn't believe that. I mean, I never thought I'd ever even get to Europe. That seemed like too expensive and impossible when I was a kid. I just never thought that would be possible.
Right.
And so to hear that we were going to get paid to go play shows in Europe was a surprise, a really good one. Yeah. And we went over there and we each made a little bit. The fact that we weren't coming out in the negative was the surprise, So then we did another tour, a short festival tour. We played, actually right after that tour, we played in Mexico for a couple shows. I believe all of these wound up having, a positive financial outcome. It wasn't like huge money or anything, but we weren't losing money, and I wasn't sure if that was how it would be. It seemed like the expenses might be beyond what we would make, but it wasn't. We were able to make it work. So I think maybe by 93 or 94, it started to dawn on me like, oh, this might be, I might not go back to college, and I never did. So,
and that's not a bad thing.
yeah. I mean, I liked college, but this is better.